Well, what I remember most about that night was it was really the first warm day of summer. It was, you know, one of those summers where you were just waiting for it to have a really warm night, and it was the first warm night of the season, so everyone was kind of excited. And I knew that a few of the people had a party across the street because some of our co-workers were sneaking over and having a good time with it. And somewhere around, I'd say, toward the midnight hour, I just noticed a ruckus out in the street. And I decided to step out and find out what it was about, and people yelling that the porches had collapsed in back. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And they were like, the porches collapsed. So I instantly ran down the street. Go ahead in, guys. I instantly ran down the alleyway, and when I turned around the corner, I just had seen the decks had collapsed in, and that one guy was hanging on to a railing, trying to keep from falling down the steps, and people were hurt all over, and it's a shocking sight. I literally wanted to back away at first, but then I noticed an injured girl, and she said, help me, so I grabbed her and carried her out to the street over here, and people were running in, as many people running out, but it was obvious that as the porch had collapsed, you knew from the pancake that there were people hurt. And so I came back to the bar, and I guess at that time what you noticed were cell phones were going off, and people were now starting to get the word that the porch had collapsed. And so the people in the bar were literally had friends over. Some of the people from the party had come over to party with us. So you literally had people running in, running out. A lot of chaos. My manager, John, at that time, he's like, James, what's going on? I'm like, man, it's bad over there. So he ran over to see what he could do. And he's like, hey, let's grab buckets of ice, all the towels that we've got in the house, and we just decided to make a triage area over here on Burling out to the side. So as people were being pulled out and into the street, we just tried to give as much comfort and first aid as we could there. As the night progressed, we found out that 3 of our co-workers were there at the time of the collapse, were on the top railing and somehow had fallen over the rail instead of into the pit. And all I could remember was that it was eerie. Finally, when the fire department came over and took over, we decided, we left word with them, we'll leave the place open and leave coffee and make them food, use us as a comfort station as they needed. And as the night progressed, police shut down the street, which I knew that there was going to be fatalities. We didn't know how much, but how many. I made the mistake of walking in, and if somebody asked me what's going on, I said, that porch collapsed over there. And they're like, what, is it bad? I'm like, yeah. I said out loud, there's going to be dead bodies in there.